Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And in this episode I have a plan and we'll see how it goes. For this time I intend to take up the gauntlet that was cast down oh so long ago. Although it was less of a challenge, more of a cordial invitation to get my head caved in. So, we're going to confront Sir Abigors. And this will be interesting for a number of reasons. Because he's made it very clear that he wishes to kill us. In fair combat, in a duel to the death, well, although he's also made it clear that there'll be nothing fair about it. This man is arrogant and confident, possibly overconfident. I would suggest that the confidence comes from the safety provided him by his armour, and the arrogance comes from his skill. First off, I am going to save the game because I may need to do this more than once. Where are we? Obviously this save. Now, let's get to it.
You're back.
Yes, I am. Let us fight, as you desired.
I'm more than happy to oblige.
Okay. He has a knockdown attack. He's in very spiky looking armour. Hey, what happened to my... There we go. Ow. He likes to follow that with a throwing knife. Oh fuck, wrong button. Okay. Z, there we go, good. As you can see, he's a tough bugger. Yeah, no kidding. See, we're barely even touching his life bar. Yep, he's got those throwing knives again. Bloody hell. What is that? Okay. Well, at least he's got a stamina meter. Oh! Well, he got us there. And we're gonna eat. Now, you notice this red barrier around the edge of the combat area. I don't quite know what that means. Oh! Hey! Well, I mean, bloody hell, look at that. Not a dent. I'm wondering. Okay. Should not be missing attacks like that. Bloody hell. Well, we're getting somewhere. Oh shit. I've just remembered. remembered something. Ow. Okay, hold it. We need to potion up. Wow, look at that blur. That is not good. Okay. Let's see. 88. Sure. Oh, are you stuck? Not exactly. Oh, interesting. But what the fuck? Don't ask how or why, just heal. Ow. Die! Oh, fuck. Okay. Right, well, drink. Ah! There we are. He's down. And it only cost us how many healing potions? 6 of these and a whole stack of, I think, 8 of the others. Now that was a good hard fight. But I just want to show you something. He was using a big, large, spiky shield. Let's just pick that up for a minute. On block deals 20% of your armor as damage to attacking enemies and 75% on a successful parry. Well, I don't think he successfully parried, but he did a lot of blocking. Guess what we can do? We can reload the game. And do this. In theory, this might work a little bit better. Might.
You're back.
Indeed I am. I think I'm ready now. Let's fight.
I'm more than happy to oblige.
Surprise! Ow. I think you got us first that time, mate. Fair play. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay, so he's got a couple of hits in. Yep, fair enough. You got me that time. Oh, bugger. But you'll notice I'm using significantly less potions this time. There we go. And with that done, we've hopefully increased our two-handed weapon proficiency a bit as well. That's coming along nicely. It's got a lot of catching up to do. Now that he is defeated, let's claim our prizes. Sir Abigor, the taunting knight who waits at the crossroads, is no more. sitting out here in the weirdness with his little lantern that hopefully protected him. Clearly unaffected by it. Let's look at his items. We have the Dual Knight Trousers. Increases critical hit chance by 25% when your stamina is below 20%. Increases max stamina by 5. Okay. Dual Knight Boots. Increases maximum stamina by 5. Increases movement speed multiplier by 20% when your health is below 25%. Obviously, I'm not comparing armor values yet because I'm comparing it to +4 and +5 items. Dual Knight Gloves. Critical hits restore 10 stamina. Increases melee damage by 20%. Increases melee damage by 20% all the time is really good. And +4 would be one better than our Knight's Gauntlets and would have an armor value of 9. But most importantly, the trousers increase critical chance by 25% when your stamina is below 20%. Then, the gloves give you back 10 stamina every time you score a critical hit. So there's an immediate synergy built in here. The Dual Knight's Cape increases stamina regeneration by 25, increases critical chance by 10%. That's a flat, constant increase. So that 25% is really an extra 35%. Well, it's not extra because you'll have this on all the time anyway. Stamina regeneration. That's a lot of stamina regeneration, right? The Dual Knight's Armor increases attack speed by 25% when your health is below 25%. Not sure how useful that'll come in. I don't know how much faster I can click. Increases maximum stamina by 10. The Dual Knight's Helmet increases maximum stamina by 5 and decreases stamina cost by 10. If I were to increase that 4 times, I believe that would only be 14, but I don't know if the maximum stamina would increase as well. And the shield reflects damage on a block based on my total armor value. And the sword requires 8 strength, which I do not have. Deal 100% more damage if the enemy is below 25% maximum stamina. So, the Knight set is all about having a lot of stamina points and reduced stamina cost, right? And quicker recovery if you overexert yourself. Whereas this duelist set seems to be about having some more stamina, not as much as from the Knight set, but when your stamina runs low, you have some very quick recovery mechanics built in. Critical hits, which will do more damage, and which will give you more more stamina back. And there's no set bonuses, and that flat 20% melee damage increase from the gloves is really nice. And one of these is based on armor value, isn't it? I think it's the shield. Alright. I think I would like to use some of this equipment. The shield, we meet all the requirements already. So let's do that. I'm not sure quite how much use we're getting from the gusts of wind from the Howling Crest. That is, I'm not sure how wide the angle on the shield is on the gust of wind. Obviously, we don't meet the strength requirement for the honorary blade. There's nothing honourable about killing someone who's weak and exhausted. I suppose it's so they don't fight on too long in this exhausted state. I'm thinking I can equip the boots. I don't know what I need to upgrade this. Probably meteoric metal. In which case, we may be able to go and mine some. I know where there's some quite reliably near the graveyard. You just stay there, mate. Trust me, don't bother. Alright? Not today. How are we doing for metal? Metal? Wood. I mean wood. 3. Okay, we do want to be going back to the keep soon then. Now it will obviously take us a number of days to upgrade this set to a similar level as the night set. If we are to upgrade the full set, that is. And it might be an interesting style to play out, to play about with. We would have less stamina than we've been using. The Grindalo is not back, which means the metal is probably also not ready yet. Oh. Looks like it is. Okay. There... I don't think there is some by the arch spire. We know there's some in the tomb of the good druid, but that is a long walk. Against the bees, would the night set be better? Quite probably. If we were to use Sir Abigors' sword, we'd lose the healing recovery from the old steel mace, and that is not something I'm willing to necessarily part with just yet. But I think we could try the boots, the gloves, and maybe the cloak. Although I think integrating them one at a time into our ensemble and seeing how things go is probably the best way to handle it. And then also maybe just switching back to the night set. Carrying both would be quite heavy. And while I've heard there is a quest to go kill Sir Abigor and I believe a dueling knight in each area of the game, we don't seem to be picking up anywhere nearly remotely that, and by the time we obtain such a quest, it could be far too late. So, what have we here? Okay, realistically, 8 strength, 3 dexterity. It's the same damage, but with extra abilities on top. Alright. We're not carrying anything overly extra. So let's go head to the blacksmiths and see how these will look after a few upgrades.
Always good to have a little rest.
Needs leather. Can we cure some? Yes, we certainly can. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you tell me what she wore? I think you'll know where we're going with that, and let's just stop. So, 9 armor. We're losing 11 maximum stamina, down to 92. Increase his melee damage by 28%. Oh, that is really nasty. In fact, it would mean we'd go from 40 to 44, all the way up to 48 to 53. That's pretty significant. I imagine it's also pretty deadly with the hammer. 55 to 59, I mean, honestly. Let's not threaten anybody in the keep now. We could chop some firewood though, if the block is ready. It is! Marvellous. Let's hew away. Edwards can fuck off. Possibly a little obscure. Hugh Edwards was a newsreader who did some bad stuff recently. The kind of things he should absolutely not have been doing. Now, this hammer is always going to have very high damage based on its enhancements. In fact, it started at +1 already. But if we now compare this, ignoring the total damage because of the missing strength, if we look at the base damage, this would in theory be a point more, but not ignore blocks. But we could give it a try for a while. We'd have to level first though. 36 to 38. If we enchant this for, that'd be roughly 40. 34 to 37. Alright. So a bit less, maybe. And this has got a way to go, obviously. All of these are quite nice, but obviously once we can start tidying up these a little bit, that would probably help us. Oh, and at some point we wanted to try the Blood Tithe Shield at some point as well. So that's another argument for a strength increase. Additionally, there's fun stuff in the strength skill trees. But let's make some potions while we're here, to replace those we've used already. Aha, there we go. Oh. Oh, 2 low rolls. Okay. So be it. We are quite heavily encumbered because we're essentially carrying 2 suits of armor. We could absolutely, completely stash one of these. Right? So... oh yeah, I was going to sell that. Right. Let's put all these away. Including these, regrettably. Now... the Dueling Knight's armour is significantly lighter, and we may run the risk of dipping down into medium armour skill. You know. Ooh. Very, very tempting. I think I want to keep these boots in my pack, as a reminder that I may want to try them next. Wait, increases... hang on. Is there a synergy here? Spirituality... movement speed multiplier increases spell power by the same amount. Not that we're using many spells, mind you. We now have the wood to finish her ladyship's repairs, but we're in no particular hurry to do so. What else can we do? Well, I had a sword to sell. Glad I remembered that. Although, if we continue to find items of a similar quality to it, we should beware. There we go. Now... I think we'd better head out. Do we wish to try? We could, right? Now this, increased critical chance by 10, would mean we could change this ring for something and still have a good critical hit chance. Although, that would go up to 19, so it would be very high. 19% of restoring 10 stamina is good. We can give it a try for a while, right? Here we go. And it looks very spiky and evil and chaotic. So we probably don't want to be wearing this forever. So at this point, the majority of our opportunities lie north of the river. And we... oh. Maybe I should have kept the Knight's Gauntlets then. But they only increase stamina. And we don't have the skill that increases our damage based on our armor value yet. Or the one that does it based on the weight of our weapons. So let's just continue to jog on our merry saunter through the wildlands. Should drop back. You know what we could do? We could do the repairs and not go and immediately ask for gratification or justification, but just leave it, right? You know, fix stuff up and then just check back in her later sometime and see how she's doing and how she likes it. Give her some time to become accustomed to the changes and appreciate the hard work we have done for her. She's a very demanding woman, isn't she? I'm rushing a lot, like some kind of overconfident, chaotic nutter. I sense the armor is now lending me the confidence its former owner once had. I want to be careful of that. Just a little. Well now, it's about time we fixed up this garden. Can't have her looking out on this depressing, uninspiring mess when she's working in the workshop. And actually... oh, so we put up some nice archways, benches, flower beds. I think this lamppost was already here. And a swing! Is that a trellis? It looks a bit like a trellis. I mean, so does that, but trellises are supposed to fold at the joints, aren't they? A swing! Why, what a nice whimsical surprise to put in the garden. At what point will we be able to do without the healing from kills of the mace? Boss fights, right? You know, fights against single targets. Time-wise, now is probably a good time to head inside for the night. Let's take off our helmet and remove that cloak. You know what? We'll put on the fancy one with the scales that she likes. But we can keep our new gauntlets on, because they actually cover all the way up into the sleeve and clip a bit, instead of leaving bare exposed flesh on the inside of the forearms. Oh, but I wanted to check in later. So let's do that, right? Let's absolutely just check in tomorrow. And for now, we'll go adventuring. Into the weird night. Look, we can always, you know, make a campfire if we need to. Yeah, let her wake up and see it in the morning. It'd be a surprise. Might be a slightly more pleasant surprise if we could witness her being there. You know, pleasant for her if we were there with her when she experienced it. But for now, let's be a little mysterious, right? A nice little treat for the lady. Something she asked for. I think if the brigands have not returned, there may just be many weird spirits around their location. If they are, excellent, I get to fight possessed brigands. Skeleton's not back yet, so they may not be either. I think I'm inclined to explore around here a little bit, so if we go for the middle bridge. But I don't want to go all the way up to there just yet, although that could be interesting. Mason shield it is, with our shield that reflects damage based on our armor value. Which is why it may synergize better with my heavily enhanced knight set. While Sir Abigors' set does look rather nasty, it is also rather more characterful. So let us take the road less travelled and head towards a bridge, but first towards Red Caps. Oh, that is big reflect. There we are. Back in the weird night again. And there's some manner of... Oh! Is it that camp? The camp is repopulated? Excellent! Let's do it. There we go. All taken care of. Where? Over there. That's still an ever-present danger. That could become a... Oh, wait! What? No. Okay. For some reason I'm confusing this with that. This, I believe... Nope, is not the turnoff. Next on the left. More red caps, I believe. And here is our left-hand turn. Yeah, that's got to be red caps, right? No. Yeah, no. interesting. We've faced worse. What's this? What's this? What's this? It's a bad man, a highwayman. Are we over? Yes, we are now over encumbered. Okay. Water. Afford. So it would seem. Well then, let's press on. Some malignant force lurks ahead. Oh, what are you? You're new. Well now. This is new. Where the mist thickens, mistlings follow. They are the offspring of the Mistbearer. Lingering shades that stalk the edges of the weirdness, and none can say whether they are born from the fog or shaped out of those lost within it. Their forms are twisted, their hollow eyes peering through the veil of reality, always lurking, always waiting. Those who encounter them speak of whispers that gnaw at the mind, of the air growing heavy and cold, of a presence that watches long before it strikes. A lone mistling is an omen. A pack is a death sentence. Is the Mistbearer the tall blue creature we have witnessed from time to time? Also, when the hell are we going to get stuff to add to this section? You'd think we've found plenty of things that would already qualify. But only 29 entries? That's bizarre. Let's press on. So this path will presumably just take us to the other side of the other bridge. And honestly, given the state of the Weird Night, that's probably a good idea to not venture too much further northwards. We have another Stagfather shrine. Had enough trouble with the first one. Where? I do not see him. Over yonder, you say? Oh, you absolute. If he's going to do that to the world and make everything blue, that's really bad news for me. Right. We do need to start improving our capability, as a confrontation with the blue giant creature seems to be inevitable. For now, I'm just mapping out these paths. Over there, somewhere perhaps. We heard the bell, so he has been called back to another dimension. For now. I like to imagine the bell summons him back to his home. When he hears its calling, it is telling him, you belong back here, you don't belong out there. Get back here now. And this Oh, that really leads us to a path. Okay. Right up to the bridge. I was thinking it might lead me out over here. So... Wait, I heard something. I need to check in case there's more. Is rough. Probably across over here. Tough. Leave it. I'm thinking this is probably next. And we probably don't want to be over encumbered when the time comes. So I'm going to head back in this direction. I don't see him anywhere. And that's always a great concern. Be careful of bears. There's sometimes one in these parts. Are we really that close to dawn already? The music would suggest so. Huh. Well, let's get in and try to get some more unidentified items while we still can. Having this much damage reflection on the shield means that I can safely ignore badly wounded foes and just keep blocking them, with no need to try and finish them off. Got him. This is probably the last I get before dawn. Unless I am extremely fortunate heading in this direction. Which I doubt. Get a little magic practice in there, not much. And now we have more than enough to just stop off briefly at her ladyship's. At this point, it's practically dawn. Although a fairly early dawn at that. Looks like the skeletons are back. Let's leave them. If we can fight them at night, we can get some bonus items. Speaking of bonus items. Another unexceptional and 2 decent. Okay, decent might be worth it. If we could hit level 27, that would be great as well, but it was good enough to finally defeat Sir Abigor. Yeah. We should take pride in that. In our achievement. That was well done. Now at this point, maybe I could go to the Tomb of the... Oh, really? Go on. Allow your murderous impulses to be your downfall. Well, since these things usually hunt in twos, I'd better be on the move, in case the other one also comes to interrupt me. So there should be the statue of a Robbie of Grubwood, I believe. Over there. Excellent stuff. You know what we can do? There's a man over here we can trade with. By the bridge. How much do we need to lose? Oh goodness. 52. Yeah, we might not be able to sell him quite that much. We'll have to wait and see. I could probably offload some of the things to him, but it feels wrong to take advantage of him. There's something not quite right in the head about that man. And it wouldn't be fair to just con him out of loads of money for some broken old junk. That's something the chap at the old ruined cottage over there tends to do. I would be far more confident in terms of my conscience palming stuff off on him, as it's no better than he deserves. You know what? Maybe we should pop in and see her ladyship. No, we can give her a little longer to discover and appreciate things. It's still rather early. So let's just head... Oh. If the skeletons are back, we may need to fight our way back through the brigands and the graveyard as well. But if that's the case, hey, it's more experience points. I don't see the archer yet on guard, or either of the other two. But that may have been a vision distance thing. Nope, now I feel fairly confident in saying they are no longer there. Although that lantern on top of the barrel looks suspiciously like someone sitting down next to the training dummy, I want to say. No, it's a pot on some... That really, when you're approaching from over there, looks like two people. And that's probably on purpose, to make you a little on edge, so that you don't know quite if it's safe to pass by here just yet. And you could think, oh, maybe I missed them. Maybe there's... No, they're definitely still dead. And I strongly suspect that the meteoric ore should not even remotely have returned yet. That's the back end of a wolf. It's not some kind of hooded figure with a suspicious sweeping tail growing from between its shoulder blades, as it initially looked. Although that would have been very exciting and interesting. Something new, something different. You know what else is new and different? This shield and these gloves. Oh yes. Just passing on by, skeleton. Nothing to see here. That doesn't glisten that much. Neither does that one. Yeah, I'd say those aren't back. They have not been replenished. So, excellent. We have a new armor set to try out. It will take some time before it's of an equal value. So it's a different style of fighting, and it may take some getting used to. I liked the knight set. And I did say that I suspected that more advanced suits of heavy armor couldn't have better armor values, but they could have more interesting special abilities. Yeah. If I'm going to swap the boots, I'll need to swap the relic as well. I think I could do that. Yeah. Now, what else might we want to do while we are at the keep? I'm not sure. I think I should complete my quests north of the river before I attempt to... The thing is, it really would be nice if there was some way to cross the river and walk round here to this cavern, but this path just seems to blatantly lead up towards it. Maybe it's not a cave. Maybe it is part of the temple, and that's where the ship's captain decided his crew should take the cargo for safekeeping. After all, where could be safer than holy ground? And he did say, oh, I know of a good place near here, and it's like, okay. Easy to remember, easy to find. Sure. I don't know if the temple was active at that time, or if it was already ruined and abandoned. We do know the Dalriata have taken over the temple quite recently, and we may very well be asked to do something about that. Maybe after we help one of their people against the children of Morrigan, he may give us a reason to go into the temple or a special password that will allow us in. Both of which are relatively interesting. Alright. We'll bear that in mind. For now, I'm heading back into the keep to offload some stuff and maybe do a bit of crafting, possibly a little upgrading if I'm really fortunate, but I don't think I'll be able to do much upgrading. Orla, my love, here are things for you. You know what? That's more damage. Oh, that's not the magic one. Right. Of course. That explains a bit. That's just... We have much better. Okay. Now... Be careful not to keep the beekeeper's suit, which does not appear to offer any extra protection from the bees. Alright. Let's gather our reward.
Please, state your business.
Well...
Oh, I see you still have blood on your hands. Excellent.
I've been beating up bad guys.
Go chop off some heads.
I suspect there's no upgrading to be done. Oh. I don't know if that came from a microphone or not. If it did, that cracking was my jaw. Okay. Yeah, no meteoric iron. Okay, well then. No lever to be had either. Oh, hold on. Weak? Oh, that's rough, okay. Let's continue pushing that quality. Excellent stuff. Nope, we don't want to make any of them.
Always a...
Don't worry, we've just been practicing. Look at all these things we made. And keep them. And pay us for them. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. We're still carrying a decent amount, so I should probably offload some stuff. And then I should probably wrap up the episode. What to do next? Go see her ladyship and let her know we've completed her last task. Let us pray she does not burden us with too many more. Right. Maybe we should try our hand at a little cooking as well. You know what? Might as well do this before I end the episode as well. Took about 17 off, I think. Okay. Probably don't need to carry quite so many of these items. What's this? Ah, right, okay. Okay. In that case... In that case, I will definitely leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone. See you all soon.